Welcome to the Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida. The Boston Bruins and the Tampa Bay Lightning. And for Tampa Bay, they have a chance to eliminate the former Stanley Cup finalist contenders, the Boston Bruins. That's where they were last year. Tuukka Rask, he's played every game, every minute for the Boston Bruins so far, and he still remains between the pipes. Andrei Vasilevskiy in Game 4, a bit of a blip in his record as the Tampa Bay Lightning lost that game 7-2, but since then he's been fantastic and good enough to beat these Boston Bruins 6-3 in Game 5. We're in Game 6 now and we're underway as it's inside the Tampa Bay zone and pinned up in the corner. And Victor Hedman's going to retrieve it behind the net for the Lightning. Point across the neutral zone now to Nikita Kucherov, who works his way in, and a centering pass there by Zdeno Chara right out in front of his own net has caused a bit of stir right now, and the Bruins are going to be able to take it back and deep into Tampa's zone. Hold on here. An early penalty, and it's going to go against the Tampa Bay Lightning. So the Bruins that are trying to stay alive here and must win the next 2 games, this one the most difficult, it being on the road, have now got themselves a power play here early on to start off this hockey game. Still 18:29 to go in this first period. Boston would love to get on the board early. Chance in front. Danton Heinen just threw it wide. Charlie Coyle now throws it back. Danton Heinen, and his pass to the point is going to be picked off. And now the Tampa Bay Lightning are back the other way. And Cirelli, who scored in 4 consecutive games for the Tampa Bay Lightning. He plays on the penalty kill and the power play, but even strength goals have been his strong suit so far. Torrey Krug, Krejci to Krug. Pastrnak now, Torrey Krug. David Pastrnak checked off the puck. Some good defense by the Tampa Bay Lightning, and now they're going to get a little bit of a break here. Anthony Cirelli works his way in, tries to get a centering pass out in front. And a Boston Bruin is going to go down. This may be a 5-on-3 here for the Bruins. And it's Anthony Cirelli, who looks like he's going to go to the box, and a tough penalty in the offensive zone to make it a 5-on-3. Not the penalty you want to take. Cedric Paquette is really going to want to try and win this draw against Patrice Bergeron, and he's going to do it. Paquette picks up that puck and flips it all the way down the ice. So a bit of time killed off here on this 5-on-3. Paquette once again a hero so far for the Tampa Bay Lightning, killing off this penalty, and now there's just 2 seconds to go, and it'll be 5-on-4 for the rest of this power play. 1:17 remaining in the man advantage. Here come the Bruins, the red out in front, and a pass from Marchand that was looking to find the tape of Patrice Bergeron, but he just couldn't get enough on it, and it's going to be cleared all the way down the ice once again, and Eric Chernak decided to jump in and pressure, and it worked out just fine. David Pastrnak, 5 goals, 7 assists so far in these playoffs, leads the league in points with 12. Shot there from the point, Ryan McDonough, and he's going to have that one blocked. 37 seconds to go in the power play. Marchand is just going to throw it in deep. Right out in front for DeBrusk, who put it off the pad of Vasilevskiy. Another chance. Marchand to the middle, and Patrice Bergeron once again feathers it wide. Marchand is going to put a weak shot on the backhand there, and it'll go past the blocker side. Nikita Kucherov is usually the face of the franchise for the Tampa Bay Lightning, but he's quietly done well in these playoffs so far. It's been the stories mostly of Anthony Cirelli and Cedric Paquette, or Andre Palat, I should say, that have been making strides right now. One a veteran in Palat, 21 career playoff goals. Anthony Cirelli making a name for himself right now. Played for Team Canada at the World Juniors just 3 years ago, and now he's an impact player for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Shot there on net is deflected, and another young player, Sergachev, is going to pick it off for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Played back out in front, a centering pass was picked off. Now here come the Bruins. McAvoy fires a shot. Rebound in front. And it was cleared away by the Lightning just in time. Kucherov up to Steven Stamkos. Stamkos to the middle, and it's going to be cleared away, but Sergachev has it. Fires one in. I don't know how Tuukka Rask saw that one, but he managed just to get his shoulder on it as a ton of dangerous opportunities right out in front of Rask. Slap shot there, and a deflection off the stick of Vasilevsky and up over the glass. David Krejci, long-time Bruin, and has seen these Tampa Bay Lightning in the playoffs quite a few times. They've had a couple series, one in 2011, one last year, to get the Boston Bruins to the Stanley Cup Finals. Ryan McDonough now picks it up, throws it up through the neutral zone. Yanni Gourde, the fourth line of Tampa Bay, getting some work here, but they haven't really been the fourth line in this series. Stevens a shot, rebound in front, and Yanni Gourde, who hasn't scored since the series against the Toronto Maple Leafs back in round one, was looking to pick up his first in quite a few games in these playoffs. The fourth line, though, we mentioned, of the Tampa Bay Lightning has been an impact line, you could say, so far. Carter Verhaeghe has put up more points than has been expected of him, and Stevens has had a knack for goal scoring as a chance out in front. It is padded away by Andrei Vasilevsky. Bjork. Brendan Carlo working with it. Krug into the corner. And it's going to be dumped in deep once again. Heinen. Puck knocked off his stick, but he's still battling for it. But the Bruins aren't going to be able to maintain possession this way, and the workhorse Tyler Johnson comes the other way for the Lightning. Danton Heinen checked in center ice. Brendan Carlo will corral it. And now it's Johnson on it again. Sorelia centering pass finds Coburn there, and his shot was blocked. And here come the Bruins once again. It's Charlie Coyle working with it in the corner. Drops a pass back, but Tyler Johnson takes it away for the Lightning. Stevens now works it into the zone. Stevens is knocked off the puck, and the Bruins maintain possession once again. John Moore. Moore working it in. John Moore. No playoff goals in 3 years with these Boston Bruins. It's not that he hasn't been an impact player. We've seen him throw the body around quite a few times, and he's done a good job of staying out of the penalty box. And how about that hit there on Sean Corrali? Speaking of hits, knocks the helmet off Sean Corrali. We'll hope he's alright after that one, but we can see that the Tampa Bay Lightning trying to enforce a bit of the physical brand that these Boston Bruins bring to this hockey game. A shot there from Brad Marchand. An easy glove save for Andrei Vasilevsky. 9:18 to go in the first period. Brad Marchand, a villain of many teams. Not sure his rivalry with the Tampa Bay Lightning is quite as strong, but no doubt he'll still be trying to get into the heads of the Tampa Bay Lightning in this series. Shot from the aforementioned Marchand was a pad save by Vasilevsky. Patrice Bergeron working it in, almost got through a couple of defenders there, but at the last second it was a strong poke check by Victor Hedman. Centering pass to Paquette. Paquette again at the side of the net. Now it's centered back out in front into a mess of skates, but the Bruins will come up with it and go across the ice. Carson Kuhlman to the middle. Andrei Vasilevsky smartly is just going to cover that one up. Carson Kuhlman, just one goal in the regular season, but he had a big one in Game 4. Early in that game, the Boston Bruins ended up winning 7-2, but definitely a momentum boost early on to give them a 2-1 lead. Braden Point centering pass to Steven Stamkos, and that's a combination you don't want to see coming down the ice. One of the best top lines in the game the Tampa Bay Lightning have, and they couldn't connect that time. Point to Steven Stamkos. Kucherov playing on that top line as well. David Krejci works it in, backhand shot up high, and a rebound, and it's in the net, but immediately waved off. As Krejci just threw a backhand, and they're going to review this one. An important goal if it stands for the Boston Bruins, and Tampa Bay Lightning obviously don't want this to go to a Game 7 in Boston. But if this stands, it would be a 1-goal lead for the Bruins. And I'm not sure, it may be a goalie interference there. It appears that Andrei Vasilevsky was bumped into the net, but we'll get the official decision. It's going to be no goal. So 6:55 to go. The Bruins come close, but it ends up being goalie interference. So the faceoff comes outside the zone, and the Tampa Bay Lightning are going to win it. Stamkos to the middle, Kucherov. Hedman now, Eric Chernak at the side of the net. And it's back out through center ice as the Boston Bruins are able to pick it off. Shovel up now, rink wide to Zdeno Chara. And Braden Point comes away with it. Point now, centering pass, one-timer there in a dangerous area for Victor Hedman, and Braden Point crashing into the net afterwards. I imagine there probably would have been another goalie interference call if a puck had been knocked loose by Braden Point there, who just seemed to lose his balance a little bit and fly over the top of Tuukka Rask. Stevens now, Victor Hedman played it in, and Torrey Krug picks it up. Krug up to Sean Corrali. Coyle on it now. Coyle works it back. Shot from the point. Rebound in front. It hit a body, and Vasilevsky's just going to play right back out. Another chance in front. And Andrei Vasilevsky, a dangerous play to throw the puck out in front of his own net, but call it successful in the end, because it's going to be a power play now for the Tampa Bay Lightning. And after the Boston Bruins thought they had a goal on David Pastrnak crashing the front of the net, are now going to have to kill off a penalty. Maybe some nervous times right now on the bench for Bruce Cassidy and the entire Boston Bruins coaching staff. Coyle now picks it up and is going to throw it all the way down, back to the left of Andrei Vasilevsky, and it was David Pastrnak who picked it off initially, but now a partial 2-on-1 for the Tampa Bay Lightning with some zone possession now. And once again, they're not able to corral it. Stumped all the way down the ice. 1:17 to go here in the power play for the Tampa Bay Lightning. We're in Game 6 here. Anders Bjork is going to work it to the middle. And a chance for Brendan Carlo, but he couldn't get the shot away. Bjork now, Zdeno Chara. Carlo works it in, and finally Sergachev will pick it off. Andre Palat working it in. Sergachev now. Shattenkirk right to the middle, trying to find Tyler Johnson, but he couldn't shovel it past the pad there of Tuukka Rask. Tyler Johnson works it in. Now to Palat, a shot! And Tuukka Rask is going to come away with it. So it's Game 6 right now. Game 4 was a 7-2 victory for the Boston Bruins. Then the Tampa Bay Lightning in Boston came back in another resounding way. The 6-3 victory of their own. Up 6-2 going to the third period. Just a consolation goal late by the Boston Bruins. Stamkos now. Hedman. Stamkos on it once again. Hedman playing give and go now with Steven Stamkos trying to get a centering pass to the middle, but Charlie Coyle will take it away for the Bruins. McAvoy on it now. Somehow gets it to Bergeron, but he's going to go offside, and the Bruins will have to touch it back up. Hedman up to Alex Killorn through the neutral zone. Braden Point on it. Point stuck out there, the top liner out there in the second line right now. Now he'll get a change, but the Bruins have got a bit of a break. Grzelcyk at the point, and his centering pass found the stick of a Bruin. And it's going to be possession for the Bruins once again. Krejci is hammered there at the opposing blue line. But he's right back up and on the puck once again. David Krejci works it in, waiting for some teammates. Drops it back to the point to John Moore. Moore playing give and go with Krejci. John Moore working his way to the center. Carlo Moore wires a shot there. And it seemed that Andrei Vasilevsky was as confused as my words there were, as he got tangled up in his own crease. But the puck somehow manages to stay out of the net. And And now just 8 seconds to go in the period. One last chance for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Worked into Paquette, wires one on net, and Tuukka Rask once again is able to make the stop. The last Stanley Cup for the Boston Bruins was in 2011, not too long ago, but they're in jeopardy of having their chances at the 2020 Stanley Cup, as they must win the next 2 games. This one the toughest, as we're in Tampa Bay. Mind you, the road teams have had the most success in this series, but the Tampa Bay Lightning are looking to use this hometown energy in the Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida, and see if they can't push their way past the Bruins tonight. 0-0 after the first period. Welcome back to the Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida. 0-0 between the Boston Bruins and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa Bay on the brink of ending off this series in 6 games. The Boston Bruins trying to stay alive right out in front. And Marchand just had that one go past his outstretched stick. Bergeron now. Shot from the point there from Zdeno Chara. And he unloaded that one, but it didn't get through. Bergeron picks it up for the Boston Bruins now across the red line. Marchand picked off once again. Steven Stamkos now back the other way for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Stamkos over to Cernak. Playing give and go with Steven Stamkos. Now a one-timer from the point from Victor Hedman. But it was steered aside by Tuukka Rask. Marchand works his way in. Brad Marchand right to the side of the net. And Tyler Johnson comes away with it. Eric Cernak on it now. Cernak. Back to the point. Shot once again. And oh, a nice glove save there from Tuukka Rask. And the 33-year-old is keeping his team in this game right now. Andrei Vasilevsky, mind you, at the other end. Not too shabby so far. So in the last 2 games, each one of these goaltenders have had a bit of a mark in their perfect records, or their pristine records, I should say. Krejci right on net, and a nice save there by Andrei Vasilevsky. In Game 4, it was Vasilevsky giving up 6 goals to the Boston Bruins, and then Tuukka Rask giving up 6 of his own in Game 5, and that was the game that got us to this 3-2 series lead for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Cirelli. Andre Palat, Krejci on it now. David Krejci works it to the corner. Carson Kuhlman. Kuhlman. One-timer there at the side of the net. Oh, he had a ton of net to shoot at. But Jake DeBrusk just put it right into the midsection of Andrei Vasilevsky, and he'll probably want to have that one back. Second line out there for the Boston Bruins now. Krejci, DeBrusk. Krug wires one on, and Andrei Vasilevsky's turn to flash the leather, and we've seen him do that a number of times in this series. Just a confident glove save on not a routine shot from the point. Carson Kuhlman, the other forward out there with Krejci and DeBrusk for the Boston Bruins. Carlo now, Carson Kuhlman on it. DeBrusk. Kuhlman is checked off the puck, and he was in a good shooting area, but a nice defensive play by the Tampa Bay Lightning. Alex Killorn now works it in. Killorn to the front of the net. Backhander on. And it's played back to the point. Paquette now, and I don't know how Tuukka Rask was able to get over there. He was on one side of the net, and then all of a sudden Cedric Paquette was right on the doorstep on a breakaway. But Tuukka Rask able to stay calm and get the pad down. Prevent that short side opportunity from Andre Palat. Now the faceoff is going to be won by the Boston Bruins, and they'll try to get it out, and they will. Charlie Coyle, Sean Corrali. Trying for a centering pass, but Ryan McDonough is there to pick that one off. Killorn, and it's dumped right back in on Andrei Vasilevsky. Tripped up in front of his own net. And it's another offensive zone penalty. This one's going to go against the Boston Bruins. As it was Charlie Coyle who trips up the defender of the Tampa Bay Lightning there. And now another big kill for the Boston Bruins. The Tampa Bay Lightning looking to finally take a 1-0 lead in this hockey game. We're in the second period, still no goals. Back to the point now, Victor Hedman. Steven Stamkos working it in. Brendan Carlo. And the puck is going to be dumped all the way down the ice. Back in behind Andrei Vasilevsky. Bjork. A centering pass. Hit the target, but it was a nice poke check by Alex Killorn. Now Victor Hedman. Palat on it. Palat just able to get that puck in onside. He made a move at the line. Now Palat to the side of the net. Oh, what a goal. Andre Palat has given the Tampa Bay Lightning a 1-0 lead and has put the pressure on the Boston Bruins as they're looking to stay in this series. 3-2 lead for the Tampa Bay Lightning and now a 1-0 lead in this hockey game. As a costly penalty by Charlie Coyle ends up a power play chance for Andre Palat, who had that opportunity earlier in the hockey game and couldn't get it past the pad. This time he elevates the puck a little bit more. And it's a 1-0 lead for the Tampa Bay Lightning. 14-17 to go in the second period, and the Boston Bruins are now going to maybe try and take some risks as they probably want to even this game up sooner rather than later. Cirelli on it again. Oh, he hit the goalpost. Anthony Cirelli looking for a bid at his 5th goal in as many games, or 6th goal in the last 4 games, but he wrung it off the iron, and that would have been a huge chance there for the Lightning. And now this one's going to be a shot that just flutters in, poked into the net after the whistle, but obviously that one won't count. Andre Palat on the doorstep. The 4th line of the Boston Bruins looking to kill off some minutes here and then get those top scorers. Patrice Bergeron, David Pastrnak, Brad Marchand, the top line. 2 lethal top lines for both of these teams. John Moore working it in, a shot on net. John Moore still looking for his first playoff goal. One of the best opportunities he's had in this series there. And the Bruins are going to come away with it and play it into the zone. Some possession time now in front, and it's now going to be taken away by the Tampa Bay Lightning. Turned over in the neutral zone. Par Lindholm up to John Moore. Moore working it in. John Moore, another shot. Tipped up in front. And I wasn't sure where that puck was going to land, but it ends up not being in the back of the net. And thankful for the Boston Bruins after that opportunity there. One-timer in front. And another save by Rask off the stick of Nikita Kucherov. Kucherov led the Tampa Bay Lightning in the regular season with 85 points. Now he's leading them in the playoffs with 10. One-timer once again, but this one's going to be blocked by the Bruins. Torrey Krug. Now to David Pastrnak up the wing. Pastrnak with some space. One-timer in front. Oh, what a move by David Pastrnak. And it's finished off by Patrice Bergeron. So the Boston Bruins are able to answer after the goal by the Tampa Bay Lightning, and now the Amalie Arena has just got a little bit quieter, as it was a really nice move at the boards by David Pastrnak, finished off by Patrice Bergeron. Not much chance for Andrei Vasilevsky. And after we saw no scoring in the first period, a bit of a breakout here in the second. Bergeron to take the draw, the goal scorer against Braden Point. Face-off won by Patrice Bergeron. Now Torrey Krug is on it, but he's pressured a little bit, and careful there as he gets it back to Brendan Carlo. Bergeron now. David Pastrnak works it into the zone. Pastrnak back to the point. Marchand, a shot off the post. Oh, Andrei Vasilevsky, a sprawling opportunity. I'm not sure if he got a piece of it. But it was a great chance nevertheless. Now the Bruins back the other way. Carlo working his way in. Brennan Carlo checked off the puck at the boards. Sergachev turned over now by the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Bruins are on it. Bergeron trying to get a shot away on the short side. Stamkos knocked there but stays on the puck. Patrick Maroon. Maroon now with some space, but he's going to go offside, so they'll have to tag up. Played back behind the net of Andrei Vasilevsky. The young Mikhail Sergachev throws it up to Killorn for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now it's Carlo. Up the wing and dumped behind the net. Charlie Coyle pinning Chiernak at the boards. Killorn. Cirelli trying to use that good speed to get past the Boston Bruins, but instead he throws it in front, and a rebound opportunity is put home by Killorn. Well, Alex Killorn is one of the most perfect players, you could say, on this Tampa Bay Lightning. Leads the team in shooting percentage. He doesn't take a lot of shots, but when he does, he scores them, and that's exactly what he does right there. As the Amalie Arena is back on their feet here in Tampa, Florida. And now a 1-goal lead for the Tampa Bay Lightning. 2-1 once again. Off the stick of Alex Killorn. Krejci works it in. Anthony Cirelli, and he had a chance to break away there, but it's going to end up being an offside call against the Boston Bruins. So it's Andre Palat, and then the latest goal scorer, Alex Killorn. And it's 2-1 for the Tampa Bay Lightning. 7 minutes to go here in the second period. Boston looking to answer once again, like they did on the goal by Palat. Victor Hedman across the neutral zone. Anthony Cirelli trying to windmill his way in, but he's going to stay on the puck there into the corner. Chipped up. Anthony Cirelli still on it, but finally turned over. Grzelcyk now joining the rush and working his way in. Carson Kuhlman. Kuhlman back to Grzelcyk. Krejci. John Moore now. Kuhlman throws it back to the point. John Moore is going to get it back. Kuhlman wires one on net and he scores! Once again, the Boston Bruins are able to answer. This time Carson Kuhlman from John Moore and David Krejci. And what a huge goal. These Boston Bruins refuse to be put away in this hockey game. As once again, they've evened it up immediately following the goal by the Tampa Bay Lightning. Brennan Carlo works it up the boards now and throws it into the center. Patrice Bergeron. Brad Marchand has Bergeron going to the front of the net. Finds Torrey Krug, who came in as the trailer there, but now he's going to have to get back. Marchand. Patrice Bergeron finds David Pastrnak right in front, but he just whistled it wide of the far post. Carter Verhaeghe on it now from Yanni Gourde. Has Stevens in front, but elects to go back to the point. Chiernak now. Victor Hedman wires a shot wide of the net. Not much traffic in front, so it couldn't be tipped. Pastrnak has the puck stolen from him by Mitchell Stevens. Stevens with Verhaeghe. Now Eric Chiernak. Chiernak wires one well wide of the net. Played back to Tuukka Rask, who immediately plays it back to Torrey Krug, who gets leveled. And another big hit there. This one on David Pastrnak. And through center ice for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Stevens wires one on. Steered away by Tuukka Rask. In behind the net now. Nobody on it as everyone was tied up in the corner. Now the Boston Bruins will get to it. Torrey Krug through the neutral zone. Stamkos. Steven Stamkos working his way in. Good shooting area, but it's blocked in front by Brad Marchand. Sergachev finds some space and ends up being right into the midsection there of Tuukka Rask. Mikhail Sergachev, the youngest player on the ice right now, youngest player in these playoffs, just 21 years of age. Huge hit. Laid down there on David Pastrnak. the leading goal scorer for the Boston Bruins in the regular season. 95 points. Sergachev trying to play it out front, but a save there by Tuukka Rask. Now the Bruins are back. A 2-on-2, 3-on-2 now, but they're going to stop up momentarily. McAvoy on a block shot once again. Now the Tampa Bay Lightning bring it the other way. Cedric Paquette works his way in. Paquette to the corner. Throw it out in front, and Sergachev was on the doorstep. And it's Par Lindholm now for the Bruins. Bjork working his way in. Last minute of play. Puck is dumped wide there of Andrei Vasilevsky. Right out in front, and Vasilevsky read that one perfectly and shut down the 5-hole. In come the Tampa Bay Lightning. Centering pass to Tyler Johnson. Rebound in front, it's still loose. Johnson on it. Coburn tried to get the centering pass away, and one last chance for the Bruins. 2 seconds to go, and it's a puck that's steered away by Andrei Vasilevsky. No scoring in the first period, and 4 goals combined here in the second. And it ended up being just a quiet game on both ends. But now, a 2-2 score at the Amalie Arena. You're watching the NHL Network. I'm Thomas West. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. Welcome back to the Amalie Arena. Everything is knotted up right now except for the hits. The Tampa Bay Lightning leading in that department quite a bit. I'm Thomas West. You're watching the NHL Network. It's the Boston Bruins and the Tampa Bay Lightning set to go in the third period of an elimination game. Zdeno Chara has knocked off the puck momentarily. Pastrnak. Bergeron. Marchand on it now. Centering pass to Bergeron, and Andrei Vasilevsky's going to just cover that one up. He's played the puck in that scenario quite a few times. If you missed the game earlier, it was the Carolina Hurricanes beating the Pittsburgh Penguins to send it to a Game 7. Zach Finch on the call in that hockey game. Great game between those teams there. 19-19 to go in the third period. It's a 3-2 lead for the Tampa Bay Lightning, so the Boston Bruins trying to do exactly that. Steven Stamkos playing it out to the front of the net, but it's gonna miss everyone and be possession for the Boston Bruins. Bergeron works it in some trouble there, and a broken stick. And it's gonna be a turnover there to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Still with possession now in the neutral zone. Picked up by the Bruins. McAvoy, David Pastrnak in the middle, Chiernak out there. Kucherov, work back to the point, shot there, and it was a hard one, but well high and wide of the net. Now the Bruins are the other way. It's Jake DeBrusk over to Pastrnak in front. Had some room. Rebound, and a one-time opportunity is put home. Patrice Bergeron getting credit for the goal on that one. Made no mistake throwing it by. On the far side, past the blocker of Andrei Vasilevsky. And now the Boston Bruins, who have been trailing this entire game, have finally got the 2 goals in a row that they've been looking for and have a 3-2 lead in this hockey game. And in the Amalie Arena here, the Bruins are looking to push this to a Game 7. We mentioned before that the road team has been successful in, well, 90% of the games in this series so far. And here comes Tyler Johnson trying to level the score. Sergachev a shot. And a penalty here. Tripped up is a Boston Bruins player behind the play. And Andre Palat's going to go to the box. So the Bruins who are now putting the pressure on to try and force a Game 7, have an opportunity to extend it to a 2-goal lead in the third period. 17:02 to go in the third. Lots of time, but the Bruins want to extend this to 2. Coyle. And it's picked off. And cleared, but not far. And now Chernak will pick it up. Put it up to Yanni Gord. Gord, a shot on net. And Tuukka Rask is going to have to cover that one up on the power play. Tuukka Rask won the Stanley Cup with the Boston Bruins back in 2011. Wasn't the starting goalie on that team. Tim Thomas, obviously. Great Boston Bruin. But he's taken over for Tim Thomas, and there hasn't really been another go-to guy since then for the Boston Bruins. Krug a shot from the point, but he goes offside. Remember back in that series as well, some old guys in net, you could say, for both teams. The starting goalie for the Tampa Bay Lightning in that series versus the Bruins in 2011, Dwayne Rollison, 41-year-old. And here come the Bruins once again. Shot there to the middle. Heinen. It is right into the midsection of Andrei Vasilevsky. A different story, though, for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Andrei Vasilevsky, just 25 years old. The 6'3" goalie has had a ton of success. A 928 save percentage versus the Boston Bruins in this season. Played out in front, Paquette. A rink-wide pass, but he's going to get the puck back and turn it over. 40 seconds to go in the power play here for the Boston Bruins. Danton Heinen works it in. Heinen turns it over, and the Tampa Bay Lightning are just about going to kill this whole thing off as Yanni Gord has it deep in the zone. Bruins maintain possession once again and are across the neutral zone. Shot there, and it whistled just wide of the blocker. Another one in front. Danton Heinen making a bid to try and get another goal here. He's already got one in this series. In the regular season, though, the Tampa Bay Lightning, the only team that Danton Heinen did not record a point against in their division. But he has already got the monkey off his back in that regard, as he has a point here in this series. Andre Palat, Tyler Johnson now, with some speed. Tyler Johnson up the wing, and it's just going to put it behind Tuukka Rask. Palat right there, but he's pinned up in the corner by the big Zdeno Chara. Played back to Anthony Cirelli, put out in front, and an opportunity to cover it up, but Tuukka Rask couldn't find the puck, and it just sat there right in the crease. Andre Palat now. But he turns it over. The Bruins back the other way, dumped behind the net of Andrei Vasilevsky, and the tired Bruins line is going to get a change in here. Coyle out there with Bjork. Sean Corrali for the Boston Bruins, a third line. Tyler Johnson works it in for the Bruins. Tyler Johnson trying to receive the puck once again, but John Moore smartly reads that one and takes away for the Boston Bruins. Charlie Coyle now across the blue line. Coyle a shot, rebound in front, and they score! Anders Bjork. The puck may have already been crossing the line, but he helped it home nevertheless. And the Boston Bruins in the Amalie Arena have taken a 2-goal lead. And you could feel it coming. The Bruins, ever since that second goal in the second period, the momentum had really shifted, and now Anders Bjork is able to get on a stick on that one. It may or may not have been going wide, but the entire team will be happy that Bjork was right there on the doorstep to put it home. And now it's a 4-2 lead for the Boston Bruins. 12:04 to go here in the third period. Torrey Krug right to the side of the net. And Paquette will come away for the Tampa Bay Lightning, looking to get something started. Paquette. Played out front to Ryan McDonough. Paquette gets it back. And Tuukka Rask able to calmly snatch that one and cover it up. Not surprising that Bjork is one of the leaders in the plus-minus department here in these playoffs. The Boston Bruins have had a knack for outscoring their opponents by quite a few. Pretty handily defeated the Columbus Blue Jackets in Game 6 But they had some lopsided games in that. They were only beat by 2 goals once in that entire series, outcoming in Game 1. And they haven't lost by a large margin ever since the last game, Game 5, where they lost 6-3 to the Tampa Bay Lightning. And they're going to get a power play once again here. And this has kind of been the story of these last 3 games. Whoever's taken the most penalties has seemed to lose. And Anthony Cirelli and Alex Killorn have had a pretty busy job out there on the top penalty kill line this time for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Shot on net, nice save by Andrei Vasilevsky. Can't blame any of this on Andrei Vasilevsky so far. But the Boston Bruins have had quite a few power plays. They had quite a few power plays in Game 4 when they won 7-2 as well. Chasing Andrei from Vasilevsky from the game. Curtis McElady had to come in for him in relief. McAvoy now across to Patrice Bergeron at the side of the net. Hedman on it now, across the neutral zone. Victor Hedman gains some space, wires one on net, trickles just wide. And Tuukka Rask felt like he had all of that, but he sure didn't, as it just rolled wide of the far post there. Jake DeBrusk on it, played in behind the net. Patrice Bergeron, DeBrusk a shot, but it was wide of the net. May have been deflected off a stick. DeBrusk still on it now, plays it back to the point. McAvoy wires one on, rebound in front. Oh, what a save there by Andrei Vasilevsky. A gaping net from Patrice Bergeron, looking for a second of the night, but Andrei Vasilevsky quickly able to get over there and cut down any of the space that Patrice Bergeron had to shoot at. Now 26 seconds to go in the power play. Marchand, Charlie McAvoy, Grzelcyk, and he goes offside. 8:57 to go here in the third period. Face-off now outside the zone of the Tampa Bay Lightning, but it's won by the Lightning, but the Bruins are going to gain possession right away. David Krejci, and they're going to go offside once again. 4 seconds to go in the power play here for the Boston Bruins. 4-2 hockey game. Past the midway point here in the third period. How about the Boston Bruins? 28-17 in the face-off circle. That was shot on net by the Bruins once again. Danton Heinen right there on the doorstep. Krejci to take the draw. Against Braden Point, Krejci's going to win it now. Zdeno Chara trying to get a shot away, but he elects to pass it off. Chara to the middle. Hammered there. Boston Bruins calling for a penalty, but it's not going to happen. Tampa Bay Lightning already got themselves in a ton of trouble in the penalty box so far. And like Game 4, it was the Boston Bruins taking a whole ton of penalties and ended up losing that game. The Tampa Bay Lightning a couple power play goals. Steven Stamkos now for the Lightning. Braden Point Stamkos once again, and he can't find any room to shoot it. Chirnak. Victor Hedman now. Eric Chirnak on it once again, and Sean Corrali is going to turn it over and bring it back for the Bruins. Sean Corrali, Charlie Coyle on it, electing just to kill some time and wind it back. Shot there up high. And Andrei Vasilevsky, Bjork behind the net to play it. Now Charlie Coyle checked off the puck, and Nikita Kucherov brings it back for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Kucherov working into the zone, knocked off the puck. Coyle now in the neutral zone for the Bruins, just going to dump it in. But it appeared to hit something there on the bench of the Tampa Bay Lightning, and it's going to be a face-off coming outside the zone. Patrice Bergeron here against Anthony Cirelli. Cirelli hasn't got a goal in this hockey game, and that streak is in jeopardy. 4 games in a row with at least 1 goal. Shot there from the point. Deflection in front, but Andrei Vasilevsky there to pick that one up. 6:05 to go here in the third period. The Boston Bruins looking in full control of this game so far, but the Tampa Bay Lightning, with the kind of team they've put together, and they already have a 3-2 lead in this series, obviously have the ability to get their way back into this game in a very short period of time. Palata shot on net, and he was looking to do just that. Still Over 5 minutes to go in the third period. Easily enough time for a couple of goals. Sorelli there to take the draw. That tired line, but they're looking for that equalizing goal there that Anthony Sorelli has been able to provide. A goal right now would bring them within 1. And now they're going to get a face-off inside the zone of the Boston Bruins. Top line of the Boston Bruins still out there. Patrice Bergeron, Anthony Sorelli once again. This time Patrice Bergeron, known to be a good face-off man. He's going to win that one. Back to the point. One-timer in front. And all alone there was Anthony Sorelli, but he just missed the net high. Back on the Bruins. Pastrnak. Marchand, a shot. Oh, he just missed that one. He tried to get the return pass, but it's going to be turned over in the Tampa Bay Lightning, and Braden Coburn will bring it back the other way. Wires a shot high and wide of the net. Brendan Carlo plays it up to Patrice Bergeron. Sergachev. Sorelli. And it's going to come outside the zone. Braden Coburn. Sergachev. Coburn on it now. Plays it back to Sergachev. Carter Verhaeghe works his way in. Now finds Sergachev. A nice pass by him. Tyler Johnson whiffs on that one. And the Bruins are back the other way. Boston happy to just play this ping pong game right now. The shot on net is gloved down by Andrei Vasilevsky. 2:57 to go in the third period. Tampa Bay Lightning not really showing many signs of life right now. But they're probably just going to keep rolling that top line, see if they can't get something going, and then maybe get a chance to pull their goaltender. Alex Killorn, Shattenkirk on it. Kevin Shattenkirk. And the Tampa Bay Lightning are going to be able to dump that one in behind Tuukka Rask. Sean Corrali. Charlie Coyle on it, turns it over. Killorn just shot up high on Tuukka Rask. And he's able to get his shoulder up on that one. The advantage of being a 6'3" goaltender right there. Just able to get that long torso up and corral that puck right up high. And keeping this game a 4-2 hockey game in favor of the Boston Bruins. Chiernak. Hedman now. Steven Stamkos. Works it in. Now some possession here. And as we speak, the goaltender of the Tampa Bay Lightning is going to go out. Empty net to shoot out for Danton Heinen. Oh, he missed it! Danton Heinen on the breakaway. And he missed the empty net. Is that going to prove costly here? Probably not. Because it's a power play once again for the Tampa Bay Lightning. So Danton Heinen gives them a glorious opportunity. And then Victor Hedman goes ahead and takes a penalty. There's not many times in hockey history. It's kind of a unspoken thing that you score goals when you get the empty net to shoot at, but Danton Heinen, maybe the pressure of Game 6 getting to him a little bit right now, but his team has a 4-2 lead. And with 45 seconds to go, the Boston Bruins have all but sealed this thing up, but it could have been completely over if Danton Heinen had been able to put that one home. Now a shot at the empty net, and Charlie Coyle is going to get the job done. 5-2 for the Boston Bruins. And Charlie Coyle gets that elusive empty net goal. So it was 5-on-5 hockey with the empty net, and that's usually a formula to get that shot on net you need on the goal. So the Boston Bruins are going to force a Game 7 here. We just have a couple seconds to play still in this hockey game. It's Charlie Coyle getting the goal. First goal of the series as well for him. Sergachev. Kucherov is going to dump it behind Tuukka Rask. 33 seconds to go. Sergachev now. Braden Point. Sergachev. Works his way in behind the net. Tied up now. Tampa Bay still trying to get one more here before this thing's over. Point. Stamkos a shot. Wires it just wide. Stamkos once again right up high. And oh, what a shot there from Steven Stamkos. So a consolation goal here for the Tampa Bay Lightning, but what a fantastic shot by Steven Stamkos right up high on Tuukka Rask. And maybe trying to gain some kind of momentum before they have to go back to TD Gardens in Boston and try and win Game 7. But this is a really big win for the Boston Bruins, as it's always hard to face elimination down by a couple games on the road, but the crowd here at the Amalie Arena wasn't enough to stop these Boston Bruins. As this played in here, 10 seconds to go. John Moore at the point. Brad Marchand knocked off the puck. One last chance for the Lightning, and that's going to do it. So the Boston Bruins force a Game 7. That game will air in just a couple days' time right here on the ENHL network, and it will be this time in Boston, Massachusetts. Interesting to see if the curse of the home team carries over into Boston. That's been the team on the road that's now won all but one of these games right now. So what's going to happen next? The Boston Bruins looking to go to the Stanley Cup Finals in Game 7. The Tampa Bay Lightning looking to win on the road. 5-3, the Bruins win.